Welcome back. Rangers Auxerre coming up. Davy, briefly, what's Rangers' approach from kick-off then, do you think?
I think Rangers should look at the way they played against Dortmund in last season's campaign in the second half, where they upped the pace, they get in about them. The French will want time in the ball. Rangers keep the pace of the game up. I think they've got a chance.
Would you go with that, Alec?
I think that they have to be physical to a certain degree. Again, knowing European referees, they pull you up in anything, as we've seen with the Celtic-Hamburg game last night. But if Rangers are physical, sensible in defence, and they've got to be positive, and they've got a really good chance.
Well, let's hope so. OK, well, let's head to Ibrox now for what is a crunch match for Rangers tonight. Can they get the win they so desperately need tonight? Let's find out now by joining summariser Charlie Nicholas and match commentator George McGhee.
Well, Rangers again board this European roller coaster of emotion, which so far has taken them to the heights in bloody Kafkas and to the depths of despair in Zurich. Good evening, everyone, on match night 2 of the UEFA Champions League. Tonight, it's the double winners from France who stand in the way of Scotland's champions and National Cup winners. And alongside me, as you heard, is Charlie Nicholas.
Yes, good evening, Jerry. Good evening, everyone. Obviously, a massive night now for Rangers. I feel like probably most people now that I think Rangers have got to get a victory tonight. And I think if they can do that, they're certainly right back in the running for this the top 2 spots. But if they don't, then obviously the French can probably afford to come and get a point tonight and fancy the return leg against Rangers at home.
Davy and Alec are right, Charlie. There's got to be a physical presence from Rangers tonight. They've really got to have a go. They've lost too many opening goals in these matches over the last few seasons.
Yes, and I tell you what disappointed me about Rangers when we seen them against Vladi Kafkas. In the first half, they were outplayed in technical terms and by mental terms. And tonight, if they don't press in the right areas, Rangers will get found out, because this team will be very slick and very clever on the ball, and Rangers have got to be prepared for that.
So the team's just preparing to emerge from the tunnel. Ibrox not quite full to capacity tonight, but nonetheless a big crowd here as Richard Gough leads out his man, and Lamouchi leads out Auxerre. Rangers expecting a crowd of around 37,000 for this Champions League match. And with the double header coming up against Ajax, Rangers really have to take something. There's the lineup. 3 changes from the game in Zurich. Moore, McInnes and Van Vossen are in. Petric is suspended, while McCall and McCoist are injured. Auxerre also have 3 changes after the defeat by Ajax on their own pitch. They're still missing Zelik and Sylvester in defence, but the men to look out for tonight are number 7, Lamouchi, the captain, and 11, Diomide. They will attack on the flanks and carry a huge threat. So the Champions League anthem is played, and there's the Rangers formation. And Alberts is a player who will want to get forward on the left-hand side and try to add to the couple of goals he's already scored this season. The former Hamburg captain scored 10 in Germany last season, and half of those came from set pieces. Again, Auxerre will play with Donjou as a spearman at the back. And number 8, Saïb, is a very influential player in the middle of the park. It will be interesting to see how he fares against the likes of Gascoigne. Number 14, Inna, tends to sit in the holding role, and perhaps there's just a weakness in there that Rangers can exploit. And with the defence being so much changed, again perhaps at the set pieces with Gough coming forward, Rangers can cause problems there. The referee, Václav Krundl from the Czech Republic, he's handled World Cup and UEFA ties, tonight being his 24th major match. And maybe a good omen, he was in charge at Villa Park in June when Scotland defeated Switzerland on that memorable night. The goal from Ali McCoy, who sadly didn't make this one this evening. There's the substitutes for both sides. Paul Gascoigne there, 24 goals in 50 games for Rangers now. Game 51 tonight for him. And much expected of him as ever. So the referee checks with the assistant referees, and away we go in this UEFA Champions League match, Group A. And both sides looking for their opening points. There's a big pressure on both sides tonight. Well, last season Rangers lost the opening game to Steaua Bucharest away from home. Then they came here in the second game and only managed a draw against Borussia Dortmund. If they can take the 3 points from this one tonight, it really does send them to Amsterdam in good heart. So an early touch for Andy Gorham, playing his 40th European tie tonight. Same towards Jury. Well, there's an indication of the nervousness in the defence. It was Christian Inna back helping out there, who miscued. And this is Charbonnier, goalkeeper.
Certainly interesting with the line-up so far. Alberts has moved straight into the left side midfield. Laudrup through the central role on his own. And obviously West, it looks as if he's going to do a man-marking job on Laudrup.
Gascoigne digging in, getting a little help from Cleland. This is Alberts. Slipped though by Laudrup. That allows Taribo West to pick up the play. Now it's Goff. McInnes. Goff and Jury. Took a knock there, but he's back on his feet, as you can see. Well, Auxerre have won just once in the last 7 matches, which included the 1-0 defeat by Ajax. So the confidence isn't exactly high at the moment. It's from Richard Goff. Towards Jury. Laudrup has switched over to the far side. That's Rangers' ball. Well, Brian Laudrup, who's now won 66 caps for Denmark. Again, he's going to be a hugely important player to Rangers this evening. If he can get in behind this defence and deliver some decent crosses, some quality crosses. Well, here's an early chance to get one in, right on the edge of the area. Goff has moved forward, so too has Craig Moore. There's a lot of movement on the far side of the area. And that one almost caught the goalkeeper and at the near post. Well, Charbonnier was scrambling there. This is Van Vossen. Laudrup's well challenged. This is Moore to Bjorklund. Now it's Goff. Gascoigne. Goff stabs it through to Laudrup. It's Laudrup again. A rock ball delivered by Jury.
They've certainly got the tempo up compared to when we look at how they started the game in Zurich, where they just never get any pattern. There was no pace about the game at all for them. But suddenly they've got the pace, they've got a decent start, and they've got to be encouraged by that.
It's through by McInnes. It's Donjou who clears with Laudrup in close attendance. Frederic Donjou. The ball played through there by McInnes towards Laudrup. Jury sends in the long throw in the direction of Goff. He gets the touch. Cleared by Enna, but not very convincingly. Breaks away now in the direction of Gascoigne. Mouchet goes with him. This is Cleland. Laudrup. Lovely ball through to Cleland again. He has to settle for the corner. Conceded by Donjou. But that was good play by Rangers on the left side of the penalty area. Laudrup again. He certainly looks in the mood. Slipped by him. It's a couple of times he's lost his footing in these early stages. This is Alberts. That's Sept. Lamouchi, closed down by Goff. Moore gets in well, now it's Jury. Well challenged though by Enna. Well, Rangers certainly have the pace going here. It's Laudrup again. Another corner to Rangers. Christian Henna sliding in to concede the corner kick. Walter Smith with John Brown beside him there will be happy at the start Rangers have made with just over 6 minutes gone. There's still no scoring though here at Ibrox Stadium. Laudrup delivers a corner. This is Alberts. Van Vossen. Well, the initial touch there, it looked as though the ball had got away from him. He got on top of it again, but sent it high over the target. But he's certainly been a player in good form, good scoring form recently. As though he'd lost it there, but he came again.
I think he was possibly surprised by the amount of space he really did have. His first touch wasn't the best, and then that's probably a result of the way it's a wild finish in the end. But promising signs for Rangers early on, as long as they don't keep trying to force passes, you know. There's a lot of onus now on the Scots for the very few that there is in the team. To do the graft, give the ball to Laudrup, Gascoigne, and let them pick out passes rather than force passes.
And they're also keeping it tidy at the back, Charlie. Rangers.
Yeah, they've got a nice Bjorklund in particular looks spare. Goff can push on when he's ready, but it's not necessary in the first 10-15 minutes. They can just keep the pressure on Auxerre, and something might just come for them.
That's Laudrup on the right-hand side now, getting in the cross. Gascoigne's there. This is Alberts. He's in from McInnes. Vying for the goal kick, but Gascoigne popped up on the far side. Certainly Rangers controlling the game in these early stages. Gascoigne there having to stretch for that one, looking for someone to come in the end of it. Broke away to Alberts, he teed it up for McInnes. A header from Alberts. Away by Goma. Gascoigne was waiting for that one. It's Goff though who steps in. It's well read by Ribéry. Jury playing it through. This is Laudrup. Rangers ball. One of the French players on the deck, Ribéry. Took the knockers into the challenge with Gordon Jury.
It's a straight 50-50. Moore gets the top.
Craig Moore it was.
Yeah, Craig Moore. A bit ragged at the back, Auxerre, and I think their big problem is that West is following Laudrup everywhere, and West is really supposed to be the central defender in front of Donjou to pick up and let him spare. But when he goes, as soon as he moves, if the Rangers players are clever enough, like Gascoigne nearly was for his header, there is a big space through the heart of the central area of Auxerre's defence.
This is Gascoigne. Tries to get forward, and that steps in. There's a first real break on here by the French. Smacked way out now to Jermit, but just too much space in that one. But he is a tricky, pacey player on that flank. Jermit again. Away by Goff. Sept. 70 caps for Algeria. sending that one way wide as Goff cleared for Rangers. Yeah, after just 10 minutes here at Ibrox Stadium. Rangers 0, Auxerre 0. It's Rangers ball. Legendary man from Auxerre, who's taken them from regional football through all the divisions and now to the Champions League. It's a remarkable story. They certainly are not the team they were towards the end of last season, having lost 3 major players. There are 2 or 3 out injured this evening. It's a great chance for Rangers to do something. The Rangers themselves missing some key players. Gets the touch. Looking for Van Vossen. To the lads back in the studio, we're making the point, Charlie. No penalty box predator tonight, and no. That is a setback for Rangers.
Yeah, I think Davey in particular was forcing that point, and I think he's quite right, because I think what will happen tonight, it's better for Rangers. There's nothing more frustrating when you see Rangers playing with 1 striker up front, which they've done a few times. They've got Jury, Van Vossen and Laudrup obviously free. But I think there will be chances round about 10 yards. In these areas around 10 yards out, I think there'll be chances for Rangers tonight. And it's just a matter of getting numbers and one particular player in there to finish it.
It'd be nice to see Rangers getting their noses in front tonight, just for a change. They always seem to make it very difficult for themselves here at Ibrox. So many nights you look back on the very opening Champions League game against the other French side, Marseille. And Dortmund and Juventus also opening the scoring here in Champions League games, and in prelim ties, well, the likes of AEK Athens and Vladikavkaz both taking the lead here and silencing the big crowd. If Rangers can just get in front, keep the momentum going, it could be a big night for them. A lot of money at stake as well, of course. £500,000 for a win. Have the corner kick, and that's a signal for them to push Taribo West forward. Number 12, who's always a danger at these set pieces. So towards the near post, Jomid gets another crack at it. So beyond Westo, and Jury's back defending. Play, and it goes Rangers' way.
Quite unusual to see a defender trying to score like that, isn't it, Jerry? We don't see that often in our country.
He just loves to get forward whenever possible. This is Gascoigne, who's dropped deep. And we saw him do this at Kilmarnock on Saturday, and he ran all the way through and scored, but he's up against slightly better opposition tonight. This is McInnes looking for Van Vossen. Closed down by West. A real tussle going on there. The referee awards the free kick. Again, just outside the area. So another chance for Rangers to apply some pressure on Charbonnier and his defenders. Van Vossen will be hoping to hold his place in this side and line up against his old club in 3 weeks' time. Ajax tonight looks about beating Auxerre, and it's Laudrup who provides a cross. Goff's in there on the far side getting a touch. Well, it breaks away from Van Vossen. Now the break could be on for Auxerre. It's a slap one though.
That's just an example, Jerry, what we spoke about a minute ago. A predator 10 yards or so out penalty box area. It's a good area for, you would expect McCoy to be round about sniffing somewhere to at least have an attempt in goal.
So 15 minutes gone here at Ibrox Stadium. There's still no scoring in this UEFA Champions League match between Rangers and Auxerre. It's in fact the 7th time that Rangers have faced French opposition. It's the first time Auxerre have faced Scottish opposition. Touch on by Jury. Charbonnier will be 30 next month. He'll need to play second fiddle for 6 long years to Bruno Martini, who also held the national spot as well as the #1 club position, but he's made it his own now. He's come back after serious injury. This is Sept. The understanding not there. Rangers really want to capitalise here. There's been a bit of slackness by the French champions. They haven't settled. It's another free kick, and this is going to be a yellow card to Diomede. Broken points there. Gascoigne on the end of that one.
It's a cheeky little nutmeg, just teasing him in.
Gascoigne who takes it, Goff's well forward. It's away though by Goma. This is Bjorklund. Gascoigne. Laudrup surely fouled there. Free kick is awarded. Rivenet. It's the man who conceded it. Referee from the Czech Republic is keeping a firm grip on things. Again, it's Gascoigne who sent it in. So with plenty of pace. This is Lamouchi. It's our captain. Sept. Lamouchi has kept the run going, but Gorham is quite comfortable with that one.
It's a sign, though. It's a sign that they're just maybe settling into a mood that they can pass the ball. Great skill from Lamouchi in his own half. And there's the difference when they don't force a pass.
Gascoigne a bit short with that one to Goff. This is Jury challenging. Breaks through to Van Vossen. McInnes, well, both McInnes and Gascoigne going for that. Rangers get another chance at it now. McInnes through to Van Vossen. Through now looking for Laudrup, that was deflected though. It's Van Vossen again, this is Jury. Through for Van Vossen. Moore's on the far side. Rangers get the corner. Well, Craig Moore was running in the right side of the penalty area, looking for the cross. Again, Goff's up there in the thick of the action. Alberts calls for it short, but he's been closed down. Cross goes in from Laudrup. Goff challenges. By Diomede. That's Bjorklund. Gascoigne. French with just about everyone behind the ball. This is Jury. It's a poor cross though. Once again, Goff had pushed forward, and Derek McInnes will be unhappy with that one. Head up and out for the throw to Auxerre. Goff is one of 3 Rangers players on yellow cards, so we'll have to be extremely careful tonight or he'll miss the match in Amsterdam. Cleland is another, and Stuart McCall, who's missed the game because of injury. He picked up a yellow card in the previous match. Auxerre have 4 players now on yellow cards. Diomede caution this evening. So a free kick in a dangerous position. And Gorham gets things organised. Donjou moves forward from his defensive role into the Rangers penalty area. Mouchy delivers across. It's away by Moore. This is Jury. Loses out though. In comes West. It's way over the target. All behind for the goal kick.
This gets to the little tense time, I think, for the supporters when they start to, feel as if they're not really getting anywhere after a fairly promising start from Rangers. It's vitally important still that the players don't, hear to the grumbles already. They're just patient. They don't pass it with any particular worry. And get Laudrup on it, get Gascoigne on it, and let them try and dictate an open chance. Because these two will eventually create something.
That's Craig Moore, yellow carded for that wild challenge. Yellow card shown right away. The referee reacted immediately. Once again, you saw the danger of Jomid on that side of the field. By Albert, best of clearances. Throw into Auxerre. Taken by Goma. Mouchy tries to get forward, but it's Cleland who comes across. Behind now for the goal kick. Auxerre's best run under this man, Giroud, in Europe came in season 92-93 when they reached the UEFA Cup semi-final. They beat Ajax en route, then lost out to Borussia Dortmund in a penalty shootout. So they have an excellent pedigree in recent seasons. In fact, they've qualified for Europe some 10 times in the last 16 years. And this from a club that really, in the main, rears its own players. Auxerre's ball. Gascoigne is not amused. Oh, it's Lamouchi. Saib. Winding up for one, but no problem for Andy Gorham. But this man does carry a goal threat. He's managed 3 in domestic football from midfield already this season, and a hugely experienced player. 70 caps, as I mentioned earlier, for Algeria. Championship medal there and also in France. Busy player in the middle of the park, tends to pass it well.
It seems like Saib and Lamouchi have a good understanding. Two players who look, as I mentioned at the start, quite slick, quite bright, trying to force an opportunity for himself there.
So we're just over the midway stage in this first half here at Ibrox Stadium. Rangers 0, Auxerre 0. Rangers certainly made the running in the early stages, but the French champions have settled down and won a few set pieces. But really, Andy Gorham hasn't had a lot to do. At the other end, Charbonnier had to scramble away a free kick from Gascoigne, which almost caught him at his near post. But, Rangers firing a lot of high balls in the direction of Gordon Jury in the hope he can get a touch on, and, or in this case, a free kick, and he certainly won a few in this first half. Referee just calming things down as Rangers push forward through Laudrup. Corner kick. So Rangers forcing a number of corners in this first half. Once again, Goff has moved forward. And Moore. The in-swinger from Alberts. Goff's up there! Great effort by the Rangers skipper. And once again, it's Rangers ball just in the line with the penalty area. But Richard Goff doing ever so well. Good, powerful header. was Lamouchi. The other skipper on the line who got it away. Still the pressure's on, though. A lot of pushing, jostling going on. They're trying to hold Goff back. Behind for the goal kick from Alberts. And Rangers will want to see plenty from him tonight. The strong left foot. George Alberts. Not greatly experienced in European football, it must be said. Touch from Bjorklund. It's Alberts. Van Vossen. It's played through by Cleland. This is Laudrup challenging, but West's away above him. Enna misses out. Played through by Gascoigne. This is McInnes. Away by Lamouchi. And Bjorklund challenges. This is Jomid. Lamouchi. Jomid again. Violo. Passing lets him down. Chance for Rangers to break again. It's Alberts. Laudrup's away. It's cut out though by Alain Goma. Here's Goff. Gascoigne. Slackness there by Richard Goff. And the French have possession. Violo. Well, it all began with a slack pass by Richard Goff. Gave possession away, but fortunately for him and Rangers, nothing came of it. It says that the Goff was back there as Dogno. Pulled it through on the penalty area.
Certainly the last 5 minutes have been quite scrappy. A lot of mistakes. Probably surprising that the French have given it away so easy at times. But it's been fairly scrappy the last 5 minutes.
This is McInnes. Gascoigne's ahead of him. But, players all around him. Always a little just too late. Bjorklund challenging.
The problem is he's running with the ball. You only can run against teams like this in wide positions. You run through the middle, before you know it, you're surrounded with defenders. You just can't afford to run too far unless there's an open space.
Lamouchi. This is Alberts. It's always a risky ball, but he got away with it. I've seen that kind of clearance cost Rangers dearly in this competition in the past. Saib. Bjorklund challenges. And Goff has lost out to Lamouchi. Craig Moore. And he blocks Dogno. This is Jomid. Showing his trickery. No problem there for the Rangers defence, and Andy Gorham. Well, he wastes no time, but he wastes certainly possession. I think he was trying to hurry that one out in the direction of Van Vossen. So turn by Saib, away by Cleland. This is Van Vossen giving chase. Clearance from Donjo. Nice touch. Cleland delivers a cross. Throw into Rangers, in the line with the penalty area. But a delightful touch by Laudrup there. Sending the ball through to Cleland. So half an hour gone, still no scoring. Bjorklund. It's away now to Jomit. Side. Jomit. Moore is with him. This is going back to help out. Unfortunately for Rangers, the cross goes beyond everyone. That's out of play and it's Rangers' ball.
They're growing in confidence, so Auxerre. It's again, it's Rangers, they're trying to force the passes. It's broke down. Probably not difficult areas for them, but the French will take control. They're in no rush. And the difference is they hold on to the ball when it's right to hold on to their little side passes, and they gather well. And they'll give Rangers problems if they give it away too easy. And for 5 or so minutes, I don't think Van Vossen's touched it. He's looked sharp early on, as if he's prepared to really put a good shift in. But he's hardly had a touch, in the last 5 especially.
Certainly the service isn't going through to him, and any long balls that have been played forward are tending to drop away and beyond them. This is McInnes. Alberts. Through looking for Laudrup. Good ball. And the challenge goes in from Goma, who made up a lot of ground there. And the referee is awarding the free kick. Well, Laudrup got away from the defender, but he got back, and certainly he went through and took the ball. The referee has awarded the free kick. The roar went up from the home crowd. It's Alberts to take it. Goff's up there again. Bricks away to Gascoigne. The Rangers must not get caught on the break. So many players forward. Lost possession. This is Lamouchi. They'll have to go it alone here. He's no real support. Good challenge though by Alberts. Here he is again. This is McInnes. But Rangers are being caught forward. It's West, who just loves to run out of defence. He has a goal. Well, just a couple of little warnings there for Rangers as they pushed forward. It was Gascoigne away at the beginning of all of that, who really got caught. And the French got possession. Gascoigne is tending to drop deep to get possession, but he'll just have to watch because the French are clustering around him and causing him problems, and now he's being yellow carded.
I mean, it's a foul, but I think, you know, he's got to calm down, Gascoigne. I think he's overreacting there. He's got a yellow card, Saeed, but he's really just pressing. He's pressing in an area where he's right to press. And I think Gaz has got to be careful there he doesn't get himself booked also.
The yellow card, in fact, just shown to Paul Gascoigne. So he'll have to be extremely careful. We now have 5 Rangers players on yellow cards: Clellan, Goff, Moore and Gascoigne. Collar is not playing tonight. He also has a caution against his name. And of course, Gascoigne was red carded last year against Dortmund, and all of these things are taken into account. Violo also yellow carded. Through into Auxerre. Moore, Bjorklund. Just about 10 minutes of this first half left. There's still no scoring here at Ibrox Stadium. Free kick is awarded. Challenge from Van Vossen. And Christian Hena is on the deck. Actually played well there out of defence. He linked well. He's won the free kick. It's another indication of how the French are settling down and knocking the ball about more comfortably. The referee keeping a very firm grip of things. He's yellow carded 4 players so far this evening. 2 from Rangers, 2 from Auxerre. Walter Smith must be feeling that Rangers should have done something a bit better in this first half. Certainly Richard Goff was very unfortunate with a powerful header from a set piece, which was headed off the line by Lamouchi. Gascoigne came close with a free kick. But, really Rangers have not managed to exert any sustained pressure on the Auxerre defence.
They've been very static in midfield. McInnes, Alberts and Gascoigne. They've just stayed in the same areas. McInnes right, Gascoigne central and Alberts. They ain't interchanged at all. He walks out Auxerre, Saïb, Lamouchi. They're constantly interchanging and it gives you a problem. They suddenly don't know who to pick up. And if Rangers don't start getting a bit more movement in that area, they won't control the game.
This is Lamouchi. Solid challenge going on there from Cleland. Now it's Alberts. It's Alberts again following through. Well, a rash challenge went in initially from West, which gave Rangers possession. Well, it breaks down though. It's a Saïb. Junaid is to his left. Lamouchi comes in support. And you see the understanding between these two. So that's behind for the goal kick. On the bench tonight, Rangers have Ian Durant, Charlie Miller and Ian Ferguson for the midfield area. But, I would imagine Walter Smith will leave things at the moment. Giroud will not be too unhappy with the state of play. Towards Van Vossen. Gomez there. This is Alberts. Welland. Laudrup with him. Gascoigne. Gascoigne. Challenged by Moore. This is Enna. The French are looking dangerous when Rangers lose possession. They're very quick to break forward. This is Saïb. Cleared by Bjorklund. There's Donio threatened. McInnes. Laudrup's very much on his own. Needs some support. He's got the throw in. There's no real flow to Rangers play. Still midfield and forward players just finding it difficult to link up. Cause some problems for Auxerre, but here's Gascoigne. Again, the French stick solidly to the task. So West trying to get out of defence. That's returned by McInnes, who takes a topple. Free kick to Rangers. It's the man who pulled them down.
I think the danger from Rangers so far has really been Richard Goff. Laudrup, to be fair, has looked in the mood. But the main threat looks like a set piece, really maybe getting on the head of Richard Goff at the moment, because otherwise they haven't really tested the goalkeeper other than Gascoigne's free kick.
It's Gascoigne who plays it short to Alberts. So towards Laudrup. Breaks away now to Craig Moore. Goes down by Jomid. This is McInnes. Laudrup. Then Laudrup very quickly shut down and taking a knock. So So 5 minutes of this first half left here at Ibrox Stadium. Rangers 0, Auxerre 0. Rangers started the match at a fair pace, but the French have settled now. Salberts. Jury. And Goff is well forward, but no breaks down for Rangers. This is McInnes. Again, Auxerre have ruined behind the ball. Closing down space. It's a slack one. Picked up by Van Vossen. Now it's Gascoigne. Jury's in the middle. Here's Laudrup. In comes Goff. Well, once again, the Rangers captain, as he's done so often in these European ties, is pushing forward, and Brian Laudrup there providing the cross, but unfortunately for Rangers, dropped behind. Goff had made up a lot of ground towards the far post.
It's certainly not often you see Laudrup kind of wasting that situation. I think if he would have got it to Richard Goff head at the back post, he would have probably put him one up. But it was unlike Laudrup to waste that ball.
Jury finds it hard, but Van Vossen gets a touch. Here's Alberts. They decided to try one, and they had Laudrup with them. And Van Vossen was unhappy on the far side. He peeled off away to the right-hand side. And he doesn't look too happy at all. Alberts decided to try one there. That's Gascoigne. Good early ball through for Van Vossen. Laudrup's in the middle, so too is Jury. McInnes is arriving, so too is Alberts. Rangers getting players forward, but once again, the French stand firm, and Van Vossen really had to get that in earlier. Just under 3 minutes of the first half left. Stoppage time. Flag has gone up on the far side. Free is spotted, but allows play to go on. Allows play to flow as much as possible. Slight header by West. Comes Bjorklund. Free kick is awarded. Thomas Donio on the end of that one from the Rangers defender. McInnes, again, Goff moves out of defence. Good ball forward now for Laudrup. Jury's in the middle. Still it's Laudrup. But again, it comes to nothing.
I think ideally Laudrup would have wanted to maybe have knocked it in early. But he only had Jury arriving with any real threat. Everybody else is 20 yards or so outside. And that causes a real problem. It was a quick break, sure. You end up having Goff probably being the second guy arriving. There should be more forceful from midfield. Alberts in particular must get forward on the opposite side of play.
Because it was Goff who provided the pass in the first place, and then
suddenly he's the second quickest to react.
This is Gascoigne. And Laudrup loses out. Slamushi. A slight one by him. Goes to Gascoigne. Well, mistakes aplenty here by both sides. Can anyone cash in? No. Well, Laudrup waits for it, and Enna slides in. It's Laudrup again. Inside the final minute of the first half. Still no scoring here at Ibrox Stadium. Decision goes Auxerre's way. Alberts challenges effectively. Now it's Gascoigne. Jury's away through the middle again. Gascoigne has an awful lot to do here. It's Jury! Well, Gascoigne did ever so well to get that ball through to Gordon Jury. He reacted quickly, and Charbonnier made the save.
Well, it was better skill from Gascoigne. He cuts inside two. knocks a decent little pass in, gets the break, but I think Gordon Jury could maybe have stepped over that. Albert's coming in behind him. Maybe a typical forwards reaction, trying to get his shot in target because there's not been many opportunities for him. But better play from Rangers.
We're now in stoppage time in this first half. Again, Rangers had to depend on a slip pass by Auxerre in midfield to get possession. Both sides have made a lot of mistakes in this first half. Passing has not been of the best. This is McInnes leaving it to Gascoigne. Too far ahead of the midfielder. He battles well though. In comes Jury. Slid off by Goff. Jury takes a tumble. Still Rangers have possession. It's Albert's on that left foot and it's very quickly charged down. Well, they've done their homework in him. Well, the whistle sounds. Richard Goff is a man who came very close for Rangers with a powerful header. Paul Gascoigne also had an effort from a free kick. Charlie, your overall thoughts?
Yeah, I think he's probably right that again 0-0. I think Rangers had probably more of the play, more energy than probably Auxerre. They are more in control of the ball when you have it. But I would say a fair reflection in the first half, 0-0.
And with that, back to the studio.
Yeah, well, that's the story of the first half. Rangers 0, Auxerre 0. Davy Provan, Alec McLeish and myself will have a look at the key moments in just a couple of minutes from now. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's 0-0 at Ibrox. And Davy, you have to wonder where the goals will come from in the second half.
Yeah, but there's 45 minutes still to go, and I think Walter is entitled to be reasonably happy. I think Rangers have had to work very, very hard for anything that they've managed to create. They're up against a different class of defender tonight. They haven't lost anything at the back. So I think Walter would be reasonably satisfied so far.
As Davy says, Alec, they're working hard, and typically Goff is working harder than most, and he went close with that header. And unluckily for him, the guy was in the line perfectly positioned.
Well, you have to say it's unlucky from Rangers' point of view, but it's not really luck as far as the French team are concerned, because you place people on the post for that very reason. So the guy's done his job there. But Goff's been, I think he's been tremendous. He's been getting from back to front and back again. Surely he's got to tire himself out, you know. His stamina is incredible.
Charlie Nicholas made the point, though, Davy, that Albert's isn't varying it enough. Now, he's great with the ball at his feet, but maybe he should be changing the plan a bit. A free kick fell to him and he took it. But,
yeah,
you know, could he be doing more?
Well, I mean, that's a good effort.
Yeah,
There's so much pace in the ball. The goalkeeper's expecting the cross. And when you hit the ball as well as he does, that's well worth a try. You know, the ball will come off the surface very quickly tonight. So anything around that area, I think you have a go.
I think they'll be worried about getting pulled out of position. I heard Charlie talking about, you know, staying in position, whereas the French midfield are much more flexible and moving about. Definitely, the Continentals definitely work at changing position, and they slot into each other so well, whereas we tend to be more static, more up and down in lines. And possibly that's the reason why there's a lack of guile in the Scottish and indeed the British game.
What about Gascoigne, Alec? He took a free kick in the 3rd minute and he surprised Charbonnier in the Auxerre goal, but
well,
could he be the man?
He's very nearly caught him unawares, but that's the brilliance of Gascoigne. The only problem, Davey and I discussed it earlier, was that Gascoigne was going to way back amongst the back 4 or the back 3, whatever way you may look at it, taking the ball, and then he's expected to be the one that's causing problems around the Auxerre box as well.
Yeah.
It's a hard job.
They rely so heavily on Laudrup and Gascoigne. We've talked about it so many times. Laudrup is finding that it's a lot more difficult at this level than it is in the Premier Division.
Yes.
He's been closed down so very quickly,
yeah,
and so effectively. And it leaves the onus on Gascoigne and even Richard Goff, who's trying to get forward and create something. The danger when Richard Goff goes forward is that they're caught short at the back.
Yes. And what about Gascoigne? He got booked and he didn't fancy the idea much, but I mean, he's got to be so careful in this sort of scene. Yeah,
I mean, he's taken a knock. I don't know whether it was for dissent. It would appear that...
He's asking what that was for.
But, you know, you have to remember Dortmund in the last campaign when he was sent off, and Rangers suffered because of that, and he just can't afford to get involved.
Yeah, exactly. OK, well, just to reaffirm the scoreline at Ibrox, you know it, Rangers 0, Auxerre 0. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes from now. Don't go away. Welcome back. 0-0 at Ibrox. That hasn't changed. Davey, you're rightly making the point that Laudrup, try as he's doing, he's finding it much more difficult against these sort of opponents than he does on a Saturday in the Scottish game. Yeah,
he's up against good players either side when he changes, and I just think that he's not getting the time. We see him skipping past defenders every Saturday in our league. Doesn't get as much time. He did have the time to deliver a good one there. Richard Goff in a great position.
Yes.
And he just got under it, unlike him. But I think maybe just an indication of the way Brian Laudrup's night has gone so far.
Yeah, proves he's human. I mean, on this occasion, he doesn't get the telling cross in. It is blocked, and, well, possibly he's more used to getting a really telling ball in there, Alex.
At that level, Jim, you know, the players are much more physical, much quicker, as you would expect in the Champions League. Although you made a reference about Motherwell during the break there, and I'll be setting Big Brian Martin upon you.
Anything but Big Brian. We didn't see much of Jury in the first half, Davey, and then all of a sudden he loomed and he had a chance. Charlie said he might have left it to Alberts, but I think, as Alex said here, that he was right to shoot.
Yeah, he's got to take that one. You see here.
Yeah.
It's a good effort.
Yeah, quite frankly, good effort, good save. And I'm sure McCoy would have taken it.
Yeah. You've got to shoot in a position like that, haven't you?
Yeah.
Davey, you made the point to me just a second ago during the break. The game starts now for Rangers. They've got to up it now, haven't they?
I just wonder about their mentality, whether they would be quite happy to take a draw out of this match, because they don't really look to me as if they're really interested in playing in the last third of the pitch.
Yeah.
They seem quite happy containing the game.
Yeah.
But I think we'll certainly see Rangers push on in the second half. Rangers have to win the game. So I think we're in for a decent 45.
I think you're right. I think Auxerre would be more than happy to take a draw, wouldn't they?
They've not committed many men forward at all.
Yeah.
And it's doubtful whether they're even playing with a forward.
Right.
So,
OK. Let's go out to Ibrox. Jim Delahunt is with Archie Knox.
Archie, how satisfied were you with Rangers' first half performance?
It's been a much improved performance from the Grasshopper games. We've just got to keep that going. We've had a lot of pressure and a lot of possession of the ball, and hopefully we can get the breakthrough.
It's very tight there in midfield. It's a case of making some space and getting some runs down the wing.
Two evenly matched teams, and it's just a case that being the home team, then we've got to force a little bit more than they have and be aware that we don't get caught in the break.
Archie, thanks very much. Back now to Jerry McGhee.
Thanks, Jim. So we're just ready to start the second half here at Ibrox Stadium. Quick look around, shows no changes in either lineup. Walter Smith and Archie Knox, as you heard there, reasonably happy with the first half performance. Certainly Rangers had most of the possession, more shots on goal, more corner kicks, but they need goals here this evening. On the bench, Ian Durant, Charlie Miller, Eric Bo Anderson, and Ian Ferguson, Theo Snelders, reserve goalkeeper. And certainly Auxerre have a couple of useful players on the bench that could cause Rangers some problems. Siberski, the 21 attacking midfielder. I watched him last week in the game against Nantes. Certainly if he comes on, he's a player who could cause Rangers a problem or two. Auxerre currently are in mid-table, but they've already met most of the top sides, and they have the same points at this stage as they had last season. And they are a team that tend to get stronger as the season progresses, because every year there's a raid on the talent that they have produced. So Walter Smith there in conversation with his chairman, David Murray. They know what an important night this is. They must take something from this home match. And there's the Merlin of Auxerre, 58 years of age now. Well, he's been in the job since 1961. It's quite an amazing scenario.
It's actually a good year, that, Jerry. Very good year, 61. It's interesting, the guy saying back in the studio about they see if Rangers can up the pace, which they must do, obviously. But how they can do it, how effective it can be. And I think David struck the note when he says, you know, the mentality of the French, the Europeans are similar. They all would be quite happy to take something from an away tie. And that'll never change. Our aspirations all be the same. If they go home with something, they'll be pleased.
And certainly on their own patch, in front of the passionate crowd, that was certainly a very difficult night for Rangers. That is the final match in Group A. Rangers travel to Auxerre on December the 4th. But they've got to concentrate on getting full points tonight. Well, play on, says the referee, and Andy Gorham has to make a marvellous save. Well, they all looked out towards the assistant referee. Andy Gorham is not happy. The ball broke back through to bring off a marvellous save. Lamouchi it was, who turned, fired it in first time. Excellent goalkeeping by Andy Gorham. Almost a real shocker for Rangers in the opening couple of minutes of this second half. Well, that's the first time that Andy Gorham has had to do anything in this match. In fact, Charlie and I were talking about that during the interval, just how quiet it had been for the Rangers goalkeeper. Normally, in the first half of any European tie, he's pulled Rangers out of the fire with a couple of excellent saves, but he did extremely well there.
As you can see from that, he is onside. Richard Gough, actually, that plays him on. First thing I did was look at the linesman, and he just waved play on straight away. So, you know, it shows there he definitely was onside. Great save from Gorham.
So once again, Rangers have Andy Gorham to thank for keeping them in an important tie. This is McInnes. Well, of course, it was Derek McInnes that brought Rangers back from the dead, or helped bring them back from the dead against Vladimir Kavkaz with his excellent goal that night here at Ibrox Stadium. This is Albert's trying to get forward, but again he's effectively shackled. This is Henna. Jimmy tries to get from the far side of his marker, Craig Moore. Lamouchi. Lamouchi, who tested Gorham just a few minutes ago. Now he's got the corner kick. Well, this is a good start to the second half by the French champions.
They'll also know the longer the game goes, the crowd will want more from Rangers. Spaces develop, so they can be a bit more patient than normal. So, you know, the longer the game goes, the more content they'll be.
This is Jomid. Switched over to the right-hand side at the start of the second half. The crowd have been fairly quiet here for most of this match. They haven't had an awful lot to shout about. It's Rangers ball. Again, you can see Gascoigne's very deep. Now it's Gough. Bjorklund. Gascoigne. Right away, he's challenged by Anna. Through now for McInnes. Better play. Alberts. Van Vossen. Well, he was a bit unlucky there. And the ball's out of play. Nice little change of direction, but just in too tight a situation.
That is the type of thing that does get the crowd going. Bit of inspiration from Gascoigne, setting McInnes on the way, and suddenly things develop for them. Van Vossen obviously very unlucky. Just a bit too tight, running out of space. Better stuff though.
Gascoigne obviously feels he has to keep dropping deep to get possession. Here he is again. Left by Van Vossen. This is Alberts. Play by Cleland. He's got the throw. Through now for Laudrup. Well, he tried a little backheel flick in the direction of Cleland. Again, Rangers have the throw, just in line with the penalty area. It's been left to Jury to fire one in. No doubt towards Richard Gough, who's moved towards the edge of the penalty area. But, really, Rangers have to vary their tactics a bit more, depending an awful lot on their captain. These kind of situations. Well, almost a very good ball through from Gascoigne to Laudrup, but again the French get it away. Well, Gascoigne did just enough in the middle of the park to halt the French. aimed at Jury. Through for Van Vossen. Now it's Laudrup. Alberts is away on the far side. Rangers are getting players forward. Again, Laudrup fails to get in the cross. He's blocked by West. Takes him on again. This is McInnes. In comes Bjorklund. Touch on by Goff. Here's Van Vossen. Goal kick. Well, that gets the crowd going.
It was a good contest, it was a good knock-on from Big Richard Goff. He takes it well in his stride. He's very unlucky, he's just left it just a little over the top, maybe just a touch wide. The signs are improving. He's not had a great deal of service, which I think they pointed out in the first half, but when he has had it, he has looked a threat. And I think, you know, he certainly looks in the mood when he gets the chance.
This is Bjorklund. Moore. Well, the crowd are certainly willing to give their backing with some entertainment and effort from these players. But here come Auxerre, it's Lamouchi, Jomed. Play by him, good cross as well. 1-0. Well, the sucker punch from Auxerre with 55 minutes gone, and Junior just sends the ball away from Andy Gorham. Thomas Donio. It was excellent play by Jomid, and the header angled away from the goalkeeper. Rangers 0, Auxerre 1. And how often have we seen this kind of thing on nights such as this at Ibrox Stadium? Donio with the header. Rangers now with it all to do. So Gascoigne with the corner. Goff's well up there again. Another corner to Rangers. So just at a stage of the match where the crowd were starting to roar Rangers on. The sucker punch at the other end, a brilliant piece of play on the left-hand side. The player we pointed out before kick-off, Jomid.
A lovely skill from Jomid. Tricky little player, good pace. Tees Craig Moore in, and it's just the one they wait on. That's the difference. When they get an opportunity, they tend to take it. It was actually a very good header. He had to angle it away from Andy Gorham. But they take opportunities. You've seen Laudrup in good positions tonight to put in a good cross, and it doesn't make it count. You've got to make them count. Now Rangers, they really need a good reply.
And they need it quickly. And this is Laudrup. Still Laudrup. Good play by the Dane. The cross goes beyond them all. Well, he did well to get away from West, but he put a fair bit of pace into the cross. It really has been a miserable week so far for British clubs in European football, but this was a marvellous skill. Superb cross and a header just inside the post, giving Andy Gorham no chance.
It's a beautifully glided header. He can't get any pace in the header, he's just got to direct it in, and it's right in off the post, as you see.
Donio, the scorer, under 21 player, made his first team debut at just 17 years of age. Another player who's come through this remarkable youth system. Again, we've watched Rangers struggle against Grasshopper and now Auxerre, and clubs that play in front of just a few thousand spectators on a normal weekend. We watched the Grasshoppers Amex match a few weeks ago. 4,800 people at it. And last week in France, there were only 6,000 as Auxerre took on Nantes. And yet they can come here in front of these vast crowds and play so well. Here's another chance, this could finish it. And Rangers living dangerously. Jomid slamming the ball off the upright. But again, he just showed the pace to get away from the defence. Rangers cut up field, and really they're very fortunate to still be in this match. The trail by a goal to nil.
The first half they haven't had a shot on target. I think they had 4 attempts and they were all wide. And I think we did say that Gorham's probably never been so quiet. But already early in the second half, Jomid has caused the threat again, and Craig Moore is having a bit of a hard time with him.
You can see Walter Smith has gone down trackside. But you get the feeling that Giroud has said to his players at half-time, hey, you can go out and win this. Because right from the start, they've been forcing corner kicks and set pieces.
Well, exactly. I mean, the mentality is, David made a point at half-time, which is right. The mentality is they're quite happy to get a draw, because the longer the game goes, sitting at 0-0, they know that gaps develop in midfield area, and they are controlling that better at the moment than Rangers are. They're better balanced, and they can pick their passes and the time of the passing better.
It's a pass going through from Gascoigne, just kept in play. Laudrup did well there. Good skill again. Saib who gets it away, a touch from McInnes. This is Gascoigne. Moore. McInnes. Now it's Bjorklund. Well, can Rangers find the spirit that they found against Larry Kavkaz? But again, Gascoigne's caught in possession. The break's on once more. This is Jomid. Mamouchi starts a run through the middle. So that was given away to Alberts. But once again, Auxerre showing their ability to break. This is Gascoigne. That's a good ball through for Alberts. Perfectly weighted. Once again, it's a disappointing cross. And this is something Rangers have been failing to do with any consistency tonight, to deliver quality balls into the middle. There's another effort coming in now from Alberts. Goff's well forward again. But really, it's virtually Rangers' only tactic.
Well, because of the disappointing final ball from both flanks tonight, Van Vossen is actually getting dragged out of the box because he wants a touch of the ball.
So that's an hour gone here at Ibrox Stadium. It's Rangers 0, Auxerre 1. Laudrup with a corner. Again, Goff's up there, but once again the French get it away. This is Bjorklund. Gascoigne. Breaks for Rangers, and Van Vossen behind for the corner. So a bit of a flurry from Rangers here. They really do have to get something back quickly and make a game of this. Again, Goff's there, so too is Moore. It's Gascoigne who delivers it. It's not a good one, though. Well, the offside flag has gone up, and the referee has spotted it.
He's got to have better quality as it comes to Bjorklund. He's a well-established player, and you've got to expect more than that. He's just knocked up in the air. OK, there's an offside. But he could at least bring it down and try and get it wide to Gascoigne or put it in a danger area.
You certainly expect more from a man who has 46 caps for Sweden. And that's not the first time in this match he's done that. And Walter Smith in conversation with Archie Knox, maybe contemplating change. It's Cleland playing it through. It's Van Vossen. Good turn by Van Vossen. Down he goes. Free kick is awarded. And the yellow card is shown to Goma.
When given the chance, Jerry, Van Vossen is definitely the one who's causing them problems. Probably more so than Laudrup. A real aggressive runner is Van Vossen when he has a chance to run at defences like that.
There's confirmation of the booking. Another chance for Rangers to get themselves back into this match. Delivered by Alberts, but again, no real pressure put on by the set piece. Rangers have the corner. It's away beyond Goff this time. And, the goalkeeper flaps a bit. It's another corner to Rangers. Time Laudrup provides a cross. Goff's up there again. The header goes in for McInnes. Well, this is Rangers' 18th attempt at Europe's Premier Tournament, and again, it's not looking good for them. Goff challenging. And Auxerre have it though. So yellow. And it's aimed towards Jury. West is there. Bricks to Gascoigne. From Alberts. This is Laudrup. Still it's Laudrup. Again, they're queuing up.
Well, they're at least starting to make inroads into them, because Alberts has started running across to the inside right position, just as we see in Ferguson getting ready to come on. But he's causing a bit of a problem with coming across, and it's giving Gascoigne a passing option.
So it's Jury who's leaving the field, being replaced by Ian Ferguson.
Substitution for Rangers, so comes number 10, Gordon Jury, and on goes 24, Ian Ferguson.
This is Moore, going through in the direction of Ferguson. Saib. Now it's Goff for Rangers. Alberts. Again, the Auxerre players doing their job, shutting Rangers down quickly. This is Enna. Saib. Enna again. And they've got plenty of players forward here. Well, that was the goal scorer, Donyop. We've got the touch on that one, but it's behind for the goal kick.
They have Rangers chasing in midfield, though, don't they? When they have the ball, they just content, they knock at little angle passes in support of each other, good movement, and it gets Rangers chasing the game. And that's, you know, gaps just start appearing in the play as soon as Rangers start to have to chase a game like this.
So a free kick has been awarded to Rangers. Foul there on Laudrup. This is Moore. Bjorklund. Gascoigne. Still it's Gascoigne. Topple's just outside the area, but the referee isn't interested.
Well, he's in control of the ball. It's good feet from him. I don't think there's any real purpose in trying to bring him down there. I think it's more or less he's banged into him.
This is Jomed. Free kicks awarded. Well, this is a man who set up Auxerre's goal.
I think both Jomed and West have been outstanding so far for Auxerre, without really being really special players on the night as individuals. You know, those two have been playing particularly well.
Throw into Rangers on the far side. It's gone very quiet here at Ibrox. This is Lamouchi. Challenged by Cleland. It's Auxerre's ball. things are looking fairly black for Rangers, because after tonight, or 3 weeks tonight in fact, Ajax v Rangers in Amsterdam. It's back-to-back with the Dutch champions. October the 30th, it's Rangers against Ajax. And Rangers at home here to Grasshopper before the final match in France, Rangers travelling to Auxerre. So really, if they leave here empty-handed tonight, it really is all over for them. In fact, it'll be an even worse start than they had last year. There's another one, has gone in, and it's given. It's the same man again. It's Donio. The Rangers defence looking at one another. It's all falling apart. Rangers 0, Auxerre 2. Well, Andy Gorham made a good save to keep Rangers in the match, but I'll just look at the smiles on the faces of these players. But really, where is the marking? The goalkeeper comes out to meet him.
It's a crazy goal to lose. It's probably as bad a goal as what they lost in Zurich. I think they've actually only got 3 players in the box, Auxerre. One in front of Andy Gorham. Andy Gorham can't get in front of him to get the ball. And then suddenly they're punished again. Terrible marking. And you just wonder where Rangers are going to go from here. Probably only one out-and-out striker again now with Van Vossen. Laudrup going to be wider.
So Rangers 0, Auxerre 2. Donio, who really isn't the first choice, the striker. This is him again in possession. He was only brought in tonight because of the injury situation. Laslandre is the main striker. I saw this fella come on last week against Nantes, and he really didn't achieve very much, but he's managed 2 goals here tonight. 2 headers against a hesitant defence. Really, these nights are just turning into sheer embarrassment now.
It's a worry, I think, that with the Scottish teams, we don't seem to be making any inroads into, which I would have to say, it's certainly not one of the best European teams again that I've seen tonight. No real outstanding flair. They're just a well-balanced, good organised side with good technique. But there's no inroads. These seem to be the more competent team in most areas.
I mean, when the draw was made, well, you know it's going to be difficult. The champions of Switzerland, the champions of France, but this is not Paris Saint-Germain. This is not one of the big sides from France, and yet they've come here. They're giving Walter Smith and his players a real lesson. But time after time in matches here at Ibrox, I pointed out earlier how often Rangers have lost the opening goal, how they've suffered. They just don't seem to be able to cope with continental opposition.
It's because our mentality is such that we mainly try and rectify our problems, but through energy or aerial battles. And those days are gone. They've caught up with us now. You know that it's no longer a success to do that anymore.
There's maybe a chance now. Well, they've got one back. It's Gascoigne. 71 minutes gone. Well, perhaps that will give Rangers some hope.
It was one of the best crosses he's put in so far, Laudrup. And Gascoigne, of all people, with a marvellous header. I'm just saying about aerial threats, and then suddenly pops up with a header, typical. But it's a great header, great power header. Maybe the timing is now for Gascoigne to really push forward with Van Vossen and try and get Rangers back in level terms in this game.
But Auxerre will just keep pushing forward here. They're really up for this now. Through towards Laudrup. There was that famous night 3 or 4 years ago when Rangers looked dead and buried against Marseille here. It was 2-0 Marseille going on 5, and Rangers quite amazingly came back that night to grab a draw. But they do have their work cut out for them here. This is Van Vossen. Certainly still time, 72 minutes showing on the clock. Again, as they push players forward, this team will just be waiting in the opportunity to counter-attack. This is Goff. Alberts. By West, here comes Moore. It's a free kick against the Rangers defender. You can see Walter Smith is getting caught up in the emotions, and the yellow card is shown.
He's shown that yellow card to West because of late challenge on Loudrop. I think the referee has just been caught up with the play and just decided, because he's upset Rangers in a certain area, they would book him.
Touch from Richard Goff allows his keeper to pick up the ball. Off again. Guinness. Van Vossen. This is Loudrop. Still Loudrop getting in a good cross, away by West. The referee telling the Auxerre players to calm down. There's confirmation of that yellow card for Taribo West just a few minutes ago. Rangers have the free kick. By Alberts, Goff's there. Well, that was the goal scorer, the Auxerre goal scorer, Donio, who got that one away. And again, the crowd trying to lift Rangers. This is Ian Ferguson. Still it's Ferguson. Away by West, though. The Rangers are getting plenty of encouragement. So you can see who the happier manager is. There are 15 minutes left here at Ibrox Stadium. It's Rangers 1, Auxerre 2. Here's Gascoigne. That's Alberts. Done by Clellan, but it's a poor one. It's a little bit untidy at the moment. Van Vossen steps in. Well, the referee's given it. Free kick. Well, there's still hope for Rangers, amazingly. It was after they went 2 goals down. It seemed to be all over. Now Rangers are getting ready to make a change. Play is still going on. No, in comes Goff. This is Loudrop. Good defending by Sept. Rangers are waiting to bring on Eric Bo Anderson. This is Gascoigne. It's an awkward one. In comes McInnes. Gets a decent touch on it. This is Jomid. The free kick is awarded to Auxerre. Well, Van Vossen has taken a knock in that exchange. The referee just calming things down. But, tempers are getting a bit frayed just below us on the touchline. Well, you can see he caught Van Vossen there. So he's back on his feet. It's a free kick to Auxerre, which is quickly taken. Well, Rangers want to make the change now. Eric Bo Anderson, who's been quite injured lately, and he's just about to come on. So the referee will allow the change to be made now. Craig Moore is the player coming off. So a bit more firepower up front. Rangers really need it now. Right away the ball was played through in the direction of the substitute. There's just too much in it. It's behind for the goal kick. Certainly since Gascoigne pulled back that goal for Rangers, they've shown a bit more fire, but why, oh why, do they have to go behind? 2 goals behind tonight before they start playing with any real fire. Saib getting the touch forward. Secure by Bjorklund. So Albert's under pressure, but keeps it in play.
Just try and take the sting out of the game now, Auxerre, if they can. Rangers obviously shown a lot of passion, as you quite rightly say, since the goal. But again, we mention it, it's about the energy and the drive. But you know, they've got to press and show some sort of ability. And in Laundrup and Gascoigne, you need probably the last 12 minutes or so for them to produce something.
Well, again, the break's on, but the offside flag is up. Well, with Craig Moore going off, Alec Cleland has switched to the right-hand side. They've pulled Alberts into a deeper role in the left-hand side. And now 3 pushed up front, Van Vossen, Anderson and Laudrup. Ferguson is in the middle of the park with McInnes and Gascoigne. That's pushes forward now. Vossen. Again, he does well. Still Van Vossen. Well, claims for handball. But the referee is pointing out towards the corner flag. And certainly the crowd reacted in the Copeland Road stand as Van Vossen pushed in.
It's impressive again from Van Vossen. Really good running, causing major problems in there.
So again, Goff's well forward. There are 10 minutes left. Breaks away to Gascoigne. Now it's Laudrup. And Auxerre defend well. It's Gascoigne again. This is Alberts.
They're certainly camped in their own half now. Here you see the skill from Van Vossen. Very aggressive play again. Just so many numbers in there. I think it's off the defender's chest. Auxerre have camped themselves in their own half and now are not really looking for an outball. So they're bringing the pressure on themselves. So you know, it might just be an opportunity that Rangers could get something out of this game now.
Well, less than 10 minutes left. Rangers 1, Auxerre 2. It's Jomid who gets it away. Really, the second goal Rangers lost was an absolute shocker. You just wonder if they can recover from it. Laudrup turns a defender. Weber Rivenet sticks well to the task. This is Ferguson. He's got the corner. This time Bjorklund moves to the edge of the area. That's a rare sight. We've got a player who normally gets on the score sheet, but in he comes. Well, he certainly made contact, but he sent the header wide. That's certainly not one of his great strengths. It's unusual to see him come forward at all.
Certainly an opportunity for him. They might have preferred Richard Goff actually advancing on this. But it's a decent header, just about a yard or so wide.
So Alberts who attacks that one. Sanderson. Gascoigne gets a free kick. It's Gascoigne who takes it, floats it towards Richard Goff. Well, there were shades of that against Borussia Dortmund last year. Goff running into that kind of position. Gascoigne floating balls forward. On that occasion, the skipper scored. And Rangers trying to apply pressure from the set piece. This is McInnes. Alberts. Gascoigne. Teeing it up. Well, Van Vossen was in the end of that one, but the break's on now. Again, they show tremendous pace with just under 7 minutes left. This is Lamouche, the captain, but he overdoes it there as he tried to pick out Jomé. There was a real chance on there for Auxerre to wrap it all up. The three of them breaking very quickly indeed. Saïb, Lamouche and Jomé.
The wrong choice from Zaïb. Jomé busting through the middle on his own. Chose the wrong option for them.
Here's Van Vossen. Van Vossen against Goma. Slip allows the defender to get in. This is Ena. Gascoigne challenges. You can see the strain on the face of the Rangers manager. There are now 6 minutes left plus stoppage time. Rangers trail by 2-1. Both scored by Dogno. Gascoigne when scoring for Rangers. So Andy Gorham comes way out of his area. So again, Auxerre deal with it comfortably. Bjorklund will have to be careful here. Saïd closing in. Richard Goff has pushed himself forward now for these closing stages. There are 5 minutes left. And Auxerre want to make a change now. And the man I mentioned earlier on who could be a threat, Siberski, is coming on. And Dogno, who scored both the goals, the Auxerre goals, leaves the field. But this is certainly a fresh threat here. Antoine Siberski, under 21 player, attacking midfielder, signed this year on a 4-year deal. So another chance for Rangers to get the equaliser. It's Laudrup who sends it in. This is Gascoigne. A little battle going on there in the 6-yard area. Again, Auxerre get it clear.
I think there's no denying Auxerre have made their mind up. They're just going to camp in there and try and play out to get this 2-1 victory.
And they have shown their capability on the break, so you wouldn't put it beyond them to land another one. Here's Gascoigne, who's done his best in this second half to get Rangers going. There's Goff trying to pick out Cleland. It breaks away to Ian Ferguson. Goff's up there again. Rangers pushing everyone forward. And they're open to this kind of situation. Says Jomid. Nice little turn by Saïb. Cleland. Colin cut there by Jomid, who's certainly been putting himself about in the second half. He had a nip at Van Vossen as well. This is Gascoigne through looking for Ferguson. Auxerre happy to let that one run behind. So just under 3 minutes left. Rangers contemplating another change. Charlie Miller. It's going to have to happen quickly. Pace being shown here. Bjorklund's been left. It's Lamouchier. And once again, Andy Gorham stands up to the situation, but Bjorklund was absolutely skinned there.
There are actually 3 defenders against 1. Alberts, Cleland and Bjorklund, and they'll get caught. We're all dreaming Lamouchier get in between them.
Things stay like this, Charlie, it really is a hopeless situation for Rangers. Even worse than last year. They lost the opening game to Steaua Bucharest away from home. This year they lost away to Grasshopper. At least in the second game last year against Borussia Dortmund, they got a point in game 2, but it really is looking quite awful, and especially with back-to-back games coming up against Ajax.
Yeah. That's daunting enough when you're going to Ajax, going away. But when you're, which is looking like 2 defeats at the moment, if you're going the back of 2 defeats, it's not exactly the place you want to go and play in, because there's no denying it, they're going to be favourites to go through.
The offside flag is up meanwhile. Well, despite what we've witnessed here tonight, this place will be packed to the doors on Saturday for the tribal gathering. The Old Firm match, the first Old Firm match of the season. No doubt European football will be forgotten for the afternoon, and the various lessons learned by the Old Firm. It's turned out to be another dismal week. We're inside the final minute of the match. Can Rangers save something here? It's Laudrup. Again, there are 2 men on him. He does well to get in the cross, but the cover's there in abundance. Here's Gascoigne. Well inside the final minute. Scotland possession. Again, the break's on here. And again, Lamouchier decides to take on Bjorklund. This is Sebastian, the substitute. Still it's Sebastian. Again, Rangers looking none too clever.
Well, he won't be happy with his teammates there. He done so well. Brilliant individual skill. And then there was only 1 player reacting to try and get on the end of his good work.
In stoppage time now, Charlie, your thoughts?
Yes, well, I don't, to be honest, think that Rangers deserve anything from the game. I think other than 15 minutes of probably a bit more passion, a bit more fight in them. That's been about it. I mean, they've been lacking in ideas. I think Gascoigne's had a decent second half, as has Laudrup, but I don't think the final pass has been anything near good enough. And I think, to be honest, Auxerre are a fairly average side. Technically wise, good, but no better than good. And I would say this is a major disappointment again.
Then Rangers push people forward. Again, Auxerre knock it away. Played about a minute of stoppage time. To Saib. They're in the driving seat and they know it. And they have the ball exactly where they want it, in the Rangers half. This is Jonid. Sebastian. And the decision goes Auxerre's way. For all the millions of pounds Rangers have spent, there's little return when it really matters. Bjorklund getting himself into difficulties. The final whistle sounds. Another night of crushing disappointment for Rangers here at Ibrox Stadium. The final score, Rangers 1, Auxerre 2.
Yeah, I'm afraid that's the sad story of matchday 2 at Ibrox. We'll be discussing the implications of that result in a couple of minutes. Welcome back. Well, a disaster for Rangers tonight, a 2-1 defeat by Auxerre. And, Davy, that is a crushing blow, to put it mildly.
Yeah, I think given that they have to take on Ajax now in a double-header, you know, I think Rangers can forget about qualifying now. And some of the damage tonight was self-inflicted. They gave themselves too much to do. The second goal, given the number of Rangers players that were back in the 6-yard box and goal side when the corner was taken, was diabolical.
Well, we'll see. Well, let's see the goals as they came. Donio was the hammer blow merchant, and here is the opener.
It's a fantastically incisive move here, Jim.
Great header.
Individual skill on the wide area for starters. You know, he's by Craig Moore, and he's pulled the ball back away from the defender. Defenders naturally go to the near post to shut off that near post ball, but he's cleverly pulled it back the way the striker's peeled off, and it's. I mean, Gorham's got no chance. What a header!
And that was bad enough, but worse was to follow. Now the goal that you were describing there, Davy. Let's see that. It was a fairly wicked ball in, wasn't it?
It's a good corner. There's plenty of pace on the ball, but having said that, if you know, from a set piece, you should be organised enough to prevent this type of thing happening. It's only 4 yards out. There are a ring of Rangers players round him, and you know Walter Smith must be sitting up there saying, "How can we lose a goal like that?"
Yes,
it's astonishing.
Jim, this is a point Dave and I were speaking about. I've seen Hearts against Red Star Belgrade, and they put one forward in the box at corner kicks. And no matter how many bodies you got in the box, delivery that counts.
Yes.
You know, we were a wee bit worried about Rangers' delivery from the wide areas throughout the game. And the one time that they did deliver, Brian Laudrup, Gascoigne scored. Yeah,
and we can see that goal now. And Gascoigne, to be fair, we feel comes through with pass marks tonight.
I think both Gascoigne and Laudrup, but I certainly hope they're not targeted for any criticism tomorrow. Laudrup kept at his task. He had a very frustrating time in the first half. Eventually gets the payoff. My first reaction there was that was Richard Gough.
Yeah.
Tremendous back post header by Paul Gascoigne, and the both of them, I think.
And that made it 2-1. OK, well, we think we're trying to get Walter Smith at the moment, but understandably, Walter isn't too sure if he wants to speak. At 2-1, Davy, there was still hope for Rangers, but they were wide open when Auxerre were breaking out.
Well, it came to a bit of a cavalry charge. The high ball was being thrown in. Richard Gough was up in the area. You can only rely on that tactic so often. It's saved Rangers in the past.
That was the one time in the game that Auxerre looked a bit nervy, Davy.
Yeah, at that stage. Now, we can go to Ibrox. Walter is going to speak to Jim Delahunt.
It must depress you that they get 2 free headers and 2 goals.
Well, it does do. I mean, you know, we've been at pains to work hard to make sure that doesn't happen, and then it happens again tonight. So, a really disappointing factor in a game where I do feel we should have taken something.
It was a storm in the last 20 minutes, but it seemed to take you all that time to get going.
No, I don't agree with that. I don't think that was the case. I felt we controlled the game for most of the match. We had most of the pressure, but you know, it didn't create a great deal. And I don't think it was the last 20 minutes, which, you know, we're going chasing the game. I felt that we controlled most of the match and it was just maybe a wee bit lack of subtlety in terms of finishing and a wee bit poor defending that's cost us the game.
Is it unfair to say that?
OK, well, that interview goes on, but that's it. That's only part one for us, though. We're back with the highlights programme at 11:45 tonight with highlights of the rest of the Champions League, plus the best action from Old Trafford in Manchester United's Group C match against Rapid Vienna. So stay with us if you can for that. 2-1, disappointing result, of course, for Rangers tonight. In the meantime, from Davy, Alex, myself, we'll see you later. Bye for now.
This programme was sponsored by Reebok and Amstel, UEFA Champions League sponsors.